Hi there, I'm Roger Lee from Art Framer in Kelowna, and I'd like to introduce you to Lynda Norman. Lynda is a watercolorist living in Kelowna, and she's got marvelous things to share with you about her process, where it comes from and where it's going, and everything about Lynda. I certainly want to know more.
Good, thank you.
It's possible that a majority of people would not call themselves artists, and yet, you know, some of us have an understanding that we are all essentially creative. Mm-hmm. So, what is it that helps draw somebody like that into being a creative person?
Oh gosh,
Or
you know, give yourself permission for one thing, to play around. It doesn't have to be a perfection, you know, exercise. It can be throwing some color down, throwing some extra spices into your soup. It can be jotting down some notes, you know, keeping a morning journal to start with, and throw some rhyme in there.
So that's sort of like some of the fundamental advice you can give to anybody. And I'd like to get with the idea that majority of people do not consider themselves artists. Forget that. You're creative. Creativity has to do with all sorts of things. I was saying, like therapeutic effect on our health, effect on our relationships.
Oh, for sure.
Effect on our parenting or grandparenting. Yep. So what is it that somebody can take from the idea of being creative without having to be pressured into being an artist, exhibiting and marketing? So it's different worlds, right?
Yeah, I mean,
but what is essential?
What is essential? It's finding a way to let go of those preconceived notions that are, you know, sort of right from an early age. Oh, you have to draw that circle. Yeah. Or that sun has to be yellow. Yeah. You know, that tree has to be brown with green leaves. Or how are you
going to make a living? How are you going to feed your family?
How is that going to look? You know, you know, like I say, if you're putting thought and intention to anything, you're creating, you're creative. Call yourself an artist if you want.
Right.
You know, it's getting to a point where you want to be comfortable calling yourself an artist. Yeah. So start.
And again, I'm thinking it is kind of like the attitude, because we can be two sides of the coin, where we think I'm better to not do this. My life will be better if I don't do this, or I'm not allowed, or I'm not good enough. And you can pursue that as a positive. Don't do that because your life will be better if you don't. And the other side of it is do it because it will improve things. It's got benefits. So
right, and I mean, there's always a debate. You just got to
change your mindset about it.
Absolutely. There's always a debate on what's a professional artist and where that line is, and that's kind of a fluid line as well. My sister was here visiting. Yeah. Crazy talented. I mean, oh my gosh, she can make anything out of a piece of fabric, and she knits like a fiend and does all these wonderful things. And I introduced her to somebody as a fabric artist.
Oh, right.
And that she took a step back and afterwards said to me, "Why did you say that?" And I said, "Well, because it's true. Yeah. You know, you're creating with fabric and fiber and get used to calling yourself an artist, you know?
Good move.
It's if that's what you want to be. I mean, maybe you don't want to be called an artist. Yeah. You know, call yourself a creative or
a hobbyist or
an instigator or something.
Yeah, a craftsperson or a dabbler.
Yeah, I mean,
a putter like me.
Because somebody says that doesn't fall into the category of art. Yeah. Then talk to somebody else.
Well, thank you for staying with us for this marvelous encounter with Lynda Norman. If you want to know more, you can subscribe to this channel and, of course, check out my website, artframer.net.